trail turd! You staring down my main squeeze?
No. I was admiring the sky.
Look, fairy fart. I don't give a rat's ass about your wimp weather reports. Now spit out your name and your game so I can decide if I should waste you.
Coming to you from a basement studio somewhere down under, it's the 80s Show with Australia's Retro Man. On tonight's show, Retro Man takes a look at 5 movies that have never made it to DVD or Blu-ray. Well, what are we waiting for? Lights, camera, Retro Man!
G'day viewers, Retro Man here and welcome to the 80s Show. Now, as you all know, I'm a massive movie fan. Just look behind me here. I'm surrounded by Blu-rays and DVDs. I just can't help myself. I'm a bit of a collector and 80s movies are a passion of mine. Now today I'll be discussing 5 1980s movies that have never been released on DVD and Blu-ray. You might think of some of these as gems, fun films, call them what you will, but they have never been released anywhere in the world on DVD and Blu-ray. 5 of them, so let's start with number 1. Here it is, The Bikini Shop.
The Malibu Bikini Shop. Together, they have created the ultimate in designer bikinis. A story with happy endings and new beginnings.
Let's go!
The Malibu Bikini Shop, where the summer just got hotter.
This is a teen sex comedy from 1986. It's sometimes titled Malibu Bikini Shop and it stars Michael David Wright and Bruce Greenwood. They play a couple of guys that have recently graduated from college and happen to inherit a bikini store from their late aunt. It's a fun little film and guess what? It actually was a strong renter on video, so it's a real mystery why this one never made it to DVD or Blu-ray. What is wrong with them? Release it, please.
Looking here, looking there, I'm looking everywhere. Big shoulders, small lips, walking down hips. Hey, look at me, I'm only looking.
Now, the second film is The Further Adventures of Tennessee Buck, starring David Keith.
He's a man of action.
Isn't that a restaurant on the corner of Columbus and 70?
Always ready for a challenge.
How did I get into this again?
A man of great vision. A man who speaks many languages. Who knows many tongues.
Now, this film is a bit of an Indiana Jones knockoff. Keith plays a gruff adventurer with a drinking problem who has been hired to take this wealthy guy and his wife into the jungles on a hunting expedition. It's a fun film. David Keith has an eye for the ladies. He also directed this film and it's a bit of a riot. It's in the tradition of Indiana Jones and those Alan Quatermain films by Richard Chamberlain. And guess what? The female in this one is played by Kathy Shower, a former Playboy playmate, and she's just as interesting as your Sharon Stones and your Karen Allens for those other adventure films.
Deep in the jungle, he leads a hunting party where no safari has gone before. Now, the chase is on.
Oh my God.
And there's fun on the run. It's the wildest time in the wackiest jungle. Come share high adventure with David Keith. See The Further Adventures of Tennessee Buck.
Now, the third film is Summer Job. Actually, Meatballs 3 Summer Job.
Hit comedies will often spawn a sequel, like The Police Academy and the Porky series. Meatballs 3 Summer Job is the last in a long line of lasts. Recorded in stereo, Meatballs 3 is now available on video.
This one came out in 1987 and stars Patrick Dempsey in his feature film debut. I'm sure you know who he is. McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy and that other great film Can't Buy Me Love and Loverboy. He starred in all those great films and TV shows over the years. And here we have Dempsey playing a bespectacled nerd at a lakeside summer camp. In fact, he hooks up with the ghost of a dead porn star. It has a bit of a fantasy comedy backdrop, and this porn star gives him some hints on how he can pick up women and score with this wealthy, very beautiful woman at this lakeside resort that he works at. And she's played by Shannon Tweed. And Shannon Tweed, do you remember who she is? Well, she's actually Gene Simmons' wife. That's right, Gene Simmons from Kiss. And she's also a former Playboy playmate. And Dempsey in this film is sort of a befumbled nerd who tries to win her affections. It's quite interesting, and it's a lost movie, and it's not connected to the rest of the films in the Meatballs trilogy. Or no, sorry, in the Meatballs quadrilogy. Didn't Corey Feldman make a fourth one? But that was in the 90s.
It's summer again, and the party's just getting started. So come on along, join the Meatballs for fun, sun, and plenty of crazy action.
So here we have number 4, The Seven Magnificent Gladiators, starring the incredible Lou Ferrigno, Sybil Danning, and a couple of peplum stars from the 1960s. We have Brad Harris and Dan Vadas supporting Lou Ferrigno in this film that's a little bit of a throwback to those 60s sword and sandal films. And guess what? The Magnificent Seven, it's a take on that one. You know, the Yul Brynner, Steve McQueen, Charles Bronson classic. This is the peplum version. And it's a whole lot of fun, and it's a lost film. It was made around the time that Lou, you know, played Hercules. And in this film, he has a big H on his belt. And it's a fun watch, a truly fun watch. So now we're on to number 5. This is a film with a big cast. It's called A Tiger's Tale from 1987. It's a bit of a romantic comedy thing starring C. Thomas Howell, Anne Margaret, Kelly Preston, Charles Durning, and William Zabka from The Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. Yes, Zabka's in this one again, and it's a bit of a take on The Graduate. An older woman, played by Anne Margaret, falls in love with a young buck, played by C. Thomas Howell. Comedy, drama. It was actually directed by the son of Kirk Douglas. Yes, Peter Douglas directed this film, and it's become lost. It was a strong renter in the day, but it didn't do anything theatrically. It just sort of faded away. But for those that saw it on video, surely remembered it. But where's the DVD and Blu-ray? Who knows? But it's a film with a very eclectic cast.
Bubba Drum thought he was looking for something, until something came looking for him.
Bubba? Yes, ma'am.
So there we have it, guys. 5 80s movies that have never made it to DVD and Blu-ray. I'm still waiting. Who do I have to call? Do I have to pick up the phone? Come on. All these boutique labels out there, do your thing. Get onto these films and release them for 80s fans. I'm waiting. Hey, do you remember them? Who remembers The Bikini Shop? Tennessee Buck, A Tiger's Tale, The Seven Magnificent Gladiators. Hey, Meatballs 3 with Patrick Dempsey. I'm sure you remember that if you were a renter back in the day. If you were an 80s video junkie, these are those lost films that you remember, and we want them on DVD and Blu-ray. Pop a comment in the box below, guys. Share the memories. In the meantime, keep watching The 80s Show. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. This is Retro Man, living the dream, 80s style. Thanks for watching. Stay gold.
Thanks for watching. Retro Man will return faster than a boomerang and funnier than Bruce Greenwood in the Bikini Shop. Please subscribe and good night, viewers.